LadyM here with MHtv, and today we are going to find out who is Alesia Roy. Awesome. Nice to have you.
Absolutely. I've been waiting my turn.
Thank you. So I'm going to go straight in. I know that you're a mother, a wife, an actress. You have your full-time job. How do you balance?
You gotta have a support system. And I've been blessed to have my mom, my husband, my children are supportive. Absolutely helps. And it frees up my time to be able to do this. Me being here with you right now, everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Everybody is where they're supposed to be.
What obstacles in your personal life do you feel have been instrumental in shaping your acting career?
I had to develop a tough skin. I was always the darkest. As I grew up, those words, I was bullied. They will criticize everything that you do, whether you do it good, whether you do it bad. But the thing for me is doing what I do from the heart and knowing that it's what I want to do.
How long have you been acting?
Legitimately, when I was about 8, I did a few commercials. Sometimes life is the best teacher. It's the best teacher. You learn about yourself. And you can't go back and undo the past. I was doing a theater run, and that ran for a whole month. That is major. You know what I mean? Most people only get to do a show. I got to do a magazine interview. That's major too. So what I find is the things that fire me, that keep me fired up, that keep me going, that keep me moving, that press my energy, is taking each accomplishment and treating it like it's the biggest one.
So as we go into 2014, what is coming for Alesia Roy?
Definitely some moves to New York City. I've been in touch with some people. I have some auditions coming up that are there. I have a movie audition coming up. Definitely getting out of my comfort zone. I tell anybody, it's funny, I had this talk just today with my makeup artist. People have an ambition, but then they like to stay in their comfort zone. So it defeats the purpose. You can't stay in your comfort zone. And I can tell you, if that's all you have is just the money, you don't have wealth. You have to live life, and that's what I'm doing. And I feel it. I feel it. I absolutely feel it. So yeah, the 2014, getting out of my comfort zone. That is the goal. Getting out of Baltimore, networking, meeting people, showing what I can do, not being afraid of rejection.
Okay, so woman to woman, I have to ask this. I'm not in the industry per se as an artist, but I ask every woman I sit with. From my angle, I know what it is. As a woman in the industry, are there any challenges you face? And if there are, how do you handle them?
And you know what they are. You know what they are, absolutely. But you know what's funny? Being a woman in the industry is a challenge. Being a married woman in the industry is an extra challenge, because if you're attractive, then the males don't really see you for your talent. They're attracted to your ambition. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Anybody can have just, a chick who is curvy on the outside, who looks whatever, but to have a pretty face and to have ambition draws people in.
Who you are. I think the minute that we give an inch in the wrong direction, and they don't hear when you come back to I'm married. It's not like that. No, like you have to shut it down.
And listen, that inch could follow you forever.
Okay, so earlier you mentioned that you had an opportunity to be featured in a magazine. In that article, I did read it. I read a statement you were asked about being motivated, and you mentioned listening to something Tyler Perry said about him constantly reinventing himself.
Yes.
How do you constantly reinvent Alesia Roy?
I don't know if I really reinvent myself so much as his piece spoke on reinventing your motivation.
Okay.
Because you gotta keep your motivation. You have to have something that, constantly trying to do something. Sometimes you don't see movement for a while. and it kind of feels like you're a hamster on the wheel. You just running, and after a while you stop and the breathing. You like, what am I running for? Am I, you know what? So you have to constantly reinvent your motivation. I'm constantly on things that'll help you, you know, keep that wheel spinning. Because if you take this industry, your industry, the music industry, you're only as good as your last project.
If you could work with 3 people, dead or alive, who?
Dead or alive. Okay, so in actors' terms, 3 people alive. I would love to work with Angela Bassett. My idol, Queen Latifah. We are big Adam Sandler fans.
Adam Sandler's funny.
Debbie Allen.
Okay.
Is awesome. I would love to work with Tyler Perry. From the other side of that lens, he can be on one side or the other. He can do things, you know. I just think that he is major in what he can do, and I would love to be able to work with him. The last person, I don't know if you know, Judd Apatow. Do you know him?
Never heard.
40-year-old virgin.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, what has acting taught you about yourself?
It has taught me how to feel. Prime example, the play that I did that ran for Mom, Veronica Lockyer, that was an instrumental moment of showing me not to judge, because she is a cheerleader for me. I'm a cheerleader for her. The people that I'm meeting, the things that I'm doing, I'm loving it. I don't think that I've ever felt life on a level like I'm feeling it right now.
How do you prepare for a role? What's your ritual?
The first thing that I do is read the script. What type of tone does this person carry? What is their relationship with the other characters? Then I go back and I try to factor in values. What, you know, everybody has values. So what are their values? The hardest thing though is after something is wrapped, trying to put that character on the shelf, because you embody that character so much for so long. Sometimes it's like over with, and that character's like spirit is still around, and you're like, no, it's okay.
Synthesis.
So you know, every artist I bring, I have to hit them with the sticky situation.
Yes, okay.
Sticky situation.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like deja vu. Okay.
Okay, so you're suspecting that your husband is cheating. Your reasons: late hours at work. You keep getting reports that he's with some random woman. You're not sure who the woman is.
Okay.
Money's missing without your knowledge, and you're assuming that he's cheating.
Wow. How would I approach that? I think I would ask. The first thing I would do is I would ask. Depending on the answer, you know, you hear rumors, but it's not that, or it's because of this or whatever. I would ride out with that. But I know everybody doesn't have that situation. So if I thought that that person wasn't genuine, that they just trying to pretty much blow smoke, then I probably, you know, we good detectives. You know, you hate to really be like that. You hate to really feel like you gotta snoop, because you wouldn't want nobody snooping on you. And one thing that I don't do, I'm not checking phones. Nobody's checking phones. You know, everything's pretty kosher. But I mean, yeah, I think I would ask first. Now, what happens if you ask and then they say, yeah, you know I am. Since you asked, yeah, I am.
So I'm going to ask you to do a monologue for our viewers, but before we do that, you have any shout-outs?
My husband, my mom, my kids, my first theater coaches, Carolyn White and Donald Owens from Arena Players, my girlfriend Mika, and my co-worker, and just everybody. Brandon Price, who used to play as Stinkum on The Wire. Brandon Price. My support team is really, really big. But thank everybody, most definitely. So I'm Alesia Roy, and I will be doing the role of Rena from August Wilson's Jitney. A house, Donnell, you bought a house without me. So you just gonna surprise me with a house? Don't do that. A new TV, maybe, a stereo, a couch, a refrigerator, okay. But don't surprise me with a house that I didn't even get the chance to pick out. Is that what you've been doing? Is that the debt that you had to pay? Darnell, I know you ain't bought no house without me. Because I mean, how many times in your life do you get to pick out a house? No. No. You bought a den for Darnell so you can sit down there and watch your football games. But what about the kitchen? The bathroom. How many windows does it have in the bedroom? Is there some place for Jesse to play? How much closet space does it have? See, you can't just surprise me with a house and I'm supposed to say, oh, Darnell, that is nice. At one time, I would have, but I'm not 17 anymore, Darnell. I got responsibilities. I want to know if it has a hookup for washer and dryer because I got to wash Jesse's clothes. I want to know if it has a yard and does it have a fence and how far Jesse has to go to school. I ain't thinking about where to put the TV, Darnell. That's not what's important to me. And you are supposed to know what's important to me, just like I'm supposed to know what's important to you. I'm not asking you to do this by yourself. I am here with you. We are in this together. Because see, house or no house, we still ain't got the food money. But if you had come to me, if you had shared that with me, we could have gone to my mother's, gotten the $80 for the house, and still had money for food. But you just did it all wrong. No, you did the right thing, but you did it all wrong.